gospel today at Mass, Jesus makes a very simple and a very clear statement. He says, "You are either with me or you are against me. You are either with me or you are against me." That, I think, is a very important phrase for Catholics to ponder these days, especially given all of the controversy surrounding the HHS mandate and all of the other things that are going on in regards to that. G.K. Chesterton once made a great point about Christ. He said, "Many people talk about Christ as if he were a great prophet who had some good things to say and some other things that weren't so good that can easily be cast aside." Chesterton makes the great point that there is no middle ground with Jesus. Either he is the Son of God and is who he says he was, or he should be locked up in an insane asylum. There is no middle ground. And the same comments can be made then, G.K. Chesterton extends to the Church. There is no middle ground where I can take some of the things that the Church teaches and disregard others. It's either the Church is a truth-telling machine and everything that the Church teaches is true, or everything that the Church teaches is not true. There is no middle ground. There is no picking and choosing. And I think we as Catholics have to square with that. We have to hear Jesus questioning us today and putting that statement to us, that we're either with him or we're against him. We as Catholics have to decide, what do our bishops represent? What is our Church? Is the Church something that I can pick and choose the teachings from? Or is the Church really that vehicle which Christ continues to speak to us through today? There is no middle ground. There is no opportunity to pick and choose the things that I want to follow. And the longer we do that, the more confusion it will reign in this country. We have to make a stand. We have to decide to get in one camp or the other. A few days ago, there was an advertisement from an atheist group in the New York Times calling on all liberal Catholics, those people who pretend that there is some things from the Church that they like and some that they don't. That atheist group was calling on liberal Catholics to leave the Church. I think it's a fair statement. The atheists get what logically inconsistent liberal Catholics don't get. It's the same thing that Jesus is saying in today's gospel. You're either with Jesus or you're against him. You're either with Jesus' Church as well, or you're against it. It's becoming time now to make a decision, to decide whether we're with the Church, whether we're with the bishops and the teachings that have been passed on through them, or we're against it. Some will, of course, hold up the failings of individual bishops, failures to act in the past and in our own day. But that is not the same thing as the teachings that the bishops as a group safeguard and have been passing on for 2,000 years. Jesus puts a very interesting statement to us. You're either with him or against him. Let's decide to be with Jesus, and let's decide to be with his Church.